Dr. Rossi. All right, you throw out the coffee yet?
Dump the ground and scrub the pot.
Come on in.
Oh, you just come in and thaw out a little bit, huh?
All right, watch yourself. The floor's still wet. You working late?
No, I was just out walking.
Quite a hike from your place.
Yeah, especially when that wind comes up.
Sports page?
No, I've already seen it.
I guess you've seen my father, too.
As a matter of fact, we had a talk.
About me?
Mm-hmm. Well, you got a good eye.
You think I could play pro?
Well, I think you'd make a better doctor.
I'm sorry my father made you feel like you had to do this.
Lou, I wanted to find out for myself why you were giving up medicine. Your father didn't set this up. And I definitely didn't plan to spend this particular evening here.
Yeah, well, I got to split.
Lou, I have to know why you're turning your back on medicine.
Dr. Rossi, just can't we say that it's a young cat growing up, changing his mind about where he wants to go and what he wants to do?
What happened in New York?
What happened in New York? Man, my mother wants to know what happened in New York. My father wants to know. My brother in Vietnam wants to know, and now you.
Maybe that's because we care about you.
Look, when I went to New York, I was a certain age, a certain weight, certain height, a certain cat named Lou. I met a few people, I grew a bit, put on a few pounds. I'm still called Lou, but I'm just a different kind of cat, that's all. You know, you're all looking for some big deal, some explosion you can blame it all on. It's no big deal, just a lot of little ones. Yeah, you might call it new experiences, new living.
Lou, are you talking about black feelings, or are you talking about some racial identity?
Maybe.
You don't like to be pinned down, do you?
Doctor, I wish I had some nice, neat answers for you, all tied up in a ribbon, but I just don't.
Well, what about the opportunities you have now? I mean, the opportunities your father made for you.
To what? Be an example?
No, to be a doctor. To contribute something that the world needs. Your father...
Dr. Rossi, that was him. I'm me. That was then. This is now. There are two worlds, Doctor. Which one are we talking about, the white one or the black one?
Lou, I don't buy that.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to sell it. You only have to live in one of them. Look, I'm not trying to put you down, but that's a fact.
All right. All right, here's some facts for you. Your father waded into the fight against odds that make today's fight seem like a sure thing. I mean, he took it on one cheek and then the other, and he couldn't swing back against anybody that kicked his teeth out, because if he did, he'd be criticized by someone else for not being grateful for what he had. And then you go away and come back after a skirmish with a reality that he's been fighting against all his life to overcome, and you tell him that he did it all wrong.
I haven't told him that.
Well, how do you think he's going to interpret what you're doing?
You know how long it takes to finish college, and then med school, then internship. And what's going to happen to those kids that I met this summer? Where are they going to be by then?
Where will they be when people like you don't go into the professions that are open for you?
Yeah, words. Tough.
I know. I can't understand because I can't get inside of your skin.
Can you?
No, I can't. No easier than you can get inside mine. So what do we do? Just draw a line and just say, look, it's different, and let it go at that?
Dr. Rossi, now you care, I know that. But you read, listen, but you can turn it all off with the 6 o'clock news if you get tired. I can't. I have to live it every second of my life. Yeah, it's different.
All right, what about your father? What about the dream he had for you?
Yeah, I know Dad had a dream. But so have a lot of men.
All right. Speaking for my profession, I feel a sense of loss. I hope I haven't said anything tonight to make it a personal loss. If you change your mind,
I won't.
When was the last time you saw Jeff?
What?
I said, when was the last time you saw Jeff?
Was the last time? Well, it's a very small town. I can't help seeing him all the time.
You know what I mean. I thought you told me you were going to see him again.
What happened to you?
Are you seeing him again?
Why?
Answer me.
Well, repeat the question.
I asked you if you were seeing Jeff again, and I want an answer.
Yes, I am seeing Jeff. Is that so terrible?
You lied to me.
I mean, you were so upset.
You told me that you'd broken up. You were so upset that you couldn't even go to school.
Well, that was the other day.
And now?
Well, you know how it is. It's like you and Dr. Rossi. Jeff and I had decided not to see each other anymore, and then, well, suddenly he looked at me from across a crowded room.
Stop it!
Why are you so upset?
Because I suddenly realized how you had taken advantage of me. Out of some misguided idea that I'd hurt you by divorcing your father. I've been lenient with you and I've allowed you to get away with outrageous behavior.
Really?
Yes, really. But it is all going to stop right now.
What have I done?
You have been evasive. You've been rude. Your behavior has been altogether unbecoming. And it is now time for us to clear the air.
Yes, I think we should.
Now, I want to know exactly what kind of a relationship you have with Jeff.
And what do you mean by that?
Are you having an affair with him? Answer me!
Just because something obviously happened to you tonight, I don't feel that you have the right to subject me to some kind of third degree.
What I am asking you has nothing to do with me.
Oh, well, I think it does. I thought that we had some kind of mutual respect. Respect for privacy, freedom, and all that. I don't ask you about Dr. Rossi. Why can't you leave me alone about Jeff?
Because I'm your mother. I'm not your roommate, your equal, your pal. I'm your mother, your parent, with all the responsibility that entails, and I'm not going to back away from that responsibility, no matter how old-fashioned or square that may be. Now, I've asked you a question, and I want an answer. What is happening between you and Jeff?
Why don't you ask me how I feel about him? For all you know, he may have passed the requirements that you spelled out to me when we were still discussing things.
Carolyn, you're not ready for that kind of a relationship, no matter how you feel about him.
Well, when will I be then? When you give me permission?
It's just not right for you. Not now. You're just going to have to trust my judgment on that.
Well, then. So much for freedom of choice. Like so many things, it's just one big fraud. You did make me feel as though I was free enough to make my own decisions. Right up until the time that I made one.
Have you made that decision? Have you?
No, I haven't. That's what you wanted to hear, isn't it? All right, now I've said it. No.
Oh, Carol. Are you telling me the truth?
You're just going to have to take my word on that.
Hello, Fred? I'm sorry to bother you.
What is it, Marsha? Is something wrong? Is Carolyn all right?
And Carolyn's fine, Fred. There's nothing really wrong with her. It's just that I need your help.
Are you sure she's all right? What is it?
She's become involved with a boy.
Involved? What's happened?
Well, nothing yet. At least I don't think so. I just can't handle it alone, Fred.
Well, try not to worry. I'll drive down first thing in the morning and we'll talk. I'm sure we'll be able to work something out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marsha.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
That is not what I mean.
What do you mean?
We were talking about Carolyn.
We're talking about your version of Carolyn, yours and Mike Rossi's.
Well, things are changing.
That's right. They're changing, and you can help change them, too.
Well, how? By graduating at the top of my class, by becoming a doctor?
Then what's wrong with being a beautiful black doctor?